Hey everyone, welcome back to NOLA Farms. If you're new here, I'm Melissa, and today we're diving into a major backyard transformation. I've been tackling some of the messiest areas in the yard, and today I'm combining two big tasks: laying down weed fabric to keep those pesky weeds away, and using my trusty chainsaw to tackle some overgrown tree branches that have been hanging around for way too long. So grab your gloves and get ready, because this backyard transformation is going to be huge and fun. Let's jump right in. All right, first things first, let's talk about the weed fabric. We all know how annoying weeds can be, right? They pop up everywhere, and no matter how many times you pull them out, they always seem to come back. Well, laying weed fabric is a simple solution to make sure those weeds don't stand a chance. The first thing you'll do is clear the area. You will make sure to clear any rocks, sticks, any debris from the area where you're going to lay the fabric. This makes sure that it lays nice and flat. Then you're going to measure and cut. What I did was I rolled out the weed fabric to the beginning and the start, and then I cut the end like maybe an inch longer than the length of where I was placing it. Next, I secured it down. I used garden staples to secure the fabric in place. It's super important that it's tightly secured so it stays put when the weather gets a little crazy. We get a lot of wind here. In one of my videos, I show you where we get a lot of wind in the backyard. I usually have to secure everything back there. In one of my next videos, I'm going to show you how I put the mulch down. So we'll save that for later.
Go over here.
Next up, it's time to tackle the trees. I've got a few overgrown branches that are just begging for a little trimming. I'm using my handy Saker mini chainsaw to get the job done. And let me tell you, it makes the task way easier than you might think. We had these trees growing on the property line between me and my neighbor. It's attached to their chain link fence. So I was careful not to damage my neighbor's fence, but it was a really big mess. So I really need to clean this up. First, I assessed the situation. First, I took a step back and looked at it where the branches were hanging too low or causing issues. Safety first. You don't want to cut too much or damage the tree. Then I made the cuts. I started cutting the smaller branches first, making sure to take my time and stay steady. For bigger branches, I made a few cuts to avoid any drop damage. Then we cleaned up the mess. Once I finished cutting, I cleaned up all the branches and limbs and made sure to put them in the pile in my backyard. This pile of branches in my backyard, I'm going to create a fire pit. That'll be in one of my future videos of me creating a fire pit, and we're going to burn up all of these branches back here and leaves and use them for like firewood for maybe cooking or just something nice to sit around and stay warm. And that's a wrap on today's backyard transformation. I'm super happy with how everything is turning out, and I'm sure that weed fabric is going to make a huge difference in keeping the garden neat. Plus, cutting those tree branches really opened up the space and gave the yard a whole new vibe. If you're thinking about doing something similar in your own backyard, I definitely recommend investing in some wheat fabric and a mini chainsaw. These two tools really make the job easier and more efficient. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new project. Drop a comment below if you have any tips or tricks for your own backyard projects. I love hearing from you all. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you next time with more backyard adventures. Until then, happy gardening and DIYing.